Hey all, welcome to the weekly oracle. My name is Chloe. I am your 5D mama and I'm helping you operate through this crazy energy shifts as we move through into 5D. Now, the weekly oracle this week has been, the energy is so kind of weird. It's still weird. It's kind of like a bit off. I think we're all feeling a bit off. And so before I get into doing the cards, I'm just going to talk a little bit about the energies that have been coming through and just recap the energies that are flowing at the moment, just so you can kind of reflect upon last week as well, because I think it's really important that we do that and not just jump straight into the next thing. So I wanted to talk a little bit about that. And also the oracle decks that came up for me to work with, I couldn't pick between two of them, but one of them's being a bit more like forefront, so it's very bringing up some real water energy to work with. But I'm going to pull some cards from a deck that I actually have only used maybe once or twice. I got it and I loved watching the artwork and seeing it being created and everything. But I've never really used it and I don't really know it very well. So I thought, you know what, might as well start working with it, connecting with it. So it's I thought it would be a good idea to do that. So we'll be doing that. So we've got a few different decks today. We're using the the Oracle of the Mermaids by Lucy Cavendish, and so this is the main kind of energy that was coming up for the week. Then we've got the Light Language Oracle, which we use every week, which is my Oracle deck. So that'll be available in February 2018. And then we've got the Angel Inspiration deck by Kim Dreyer, and this is the one that I haven't quite used really before, so I think I'm going to use that, and we'll still pull one of the Soul Fueled Inspiration cards from Bliss Inventive. So that's the kind of stuff that we're going to be working with in a minute. So the energies at the moment that have been coming through, and it's really hard. So I'm recording this today, which is the 17th of the 11th, 17. So this is a it's like an 11/11 day, another 11/11 day, and we've had this 11/11 portal that's been open for us, and this is like all bringing us through this space of enlightenment and bringing us to this whole nother level of consciousness as a collective, which is really super cool. But we've got this real full-on Scorpio energy still, because we're in Scorpio season, and yes, the Scorpio energy is going to be with us quite, it's quite predominant for the next, I think we've still got another 12 months of it to go, because it's Scorpio's in Jupiter, or Jupiter's in Scorpio, I think that's how you say it. But so we're going to still have those kind of things kind of hanging around. But the thing is that right now with Scorpio, it is taking us to the depths of the things that we either avoid or we don't want to deal with. It's like getting us to the darkest depths of ourselves, and it's asking us to go deeper and deeper within. And it's like, externally, it's like, things aren't matching up, right? So our internal world, we've shifted so much, and so many of us have gone through such massive shifts right now, and they have really transformed us so deeply on the inside. It's like, so many things have fallen away, so many things have been changed up, so many things have just like completely and utterly like either halted or shifted to the point where you're like, this is what I want to do instead. Completely, like for me, I've completely changed how I'm doing my business. I'm outside, and I live near an airfield, so there's an airplane going over. But there's so many things. So the way that I'm doing business has shifted. The way that I am being a parent has changed. The way that I am running my household is changing. How I'm going to be celebrating my traditions this year. There are so many things that have shifted. And, previously we were going through so much stuff around shifting our relationships. So either your relationships are falling away, or they're starting to really go through this beautiful transformation where they're becoming more solid, or they're expanding, or they're, supporting you in a different way. The masculine is starting to really come alive in a different way now, which is really cool. The feminine is really, the divine feminine is going through this real, like, it's time to step into power. But for so many of us, we're feeling tired, we're feeling run down, we're not able to do stuff, we're feeling confused, we're doubting ourselves. All of these things are coming up, and this is this Scorpio energy, which we're about to kind of transition out of, like the mass of Scorpio season coming up. So the 20th is still, that's the cusp. So we're, you know, for the next few days, we're going through this cusp moving from Scorpio into Sagittarius. So we're going to shift from that dark place into something that will, you know, it's a little bit lighter, but it's still, you know, it's still got a lot of like thinking to do and a lot of processing to do. But it's like we've got some decisions to make. We've all got some decisions to make, and that has been kind of the theme coming through here. It's like deciding what we want, what we don't want, who we want to be, who we don't want to be. You know, it's that sort of energy coming through. So we've kind of got to go and operate through all of that, and not get so caught up in it too, because that's the hard thing, is we get so deeply caught up in it, and spirit really is just going, hey, let's not be so serious that we cannot function, because it's like, can't do that, can't do this, can't be this, you know, and instead of being able to find that passion and that fire again, which I think that's where we're headed. I feel like Scorpio, Sagittarius really brings in the fire and brings in the passion and the power back. You know, that's kind of where we're going. Is like it feels like it's got some more oomph to it rather than the sting of it, if that makes sense. So that's kind of what's going on in the energy right now. If you are feeling, you know, feeling like you're at your darkest place, well, that's because we're about to hit that new moon over this weekend. So over this weekend that we've got going on, so the 17th, 18th, 19th, and 20th, that sort of really is covering that new moon or the dark moon energy. So if you're feeling like, you know, can this get any darker? Can this get, like, take me any more within myself? Just be in it. This is the last point of it, okay? This is the last point where you have to really go deep and really push hard to go, like, within, because the further you go in, the more you'll be able to expand out, and the more light you can let out, and the more, you know, it's, you know, finish the shedding, finish the letting go. Like, don't leave this time. Don't enter the next phase of time carrying anything. Like, and that's what it feels like to me. It's like, if you go through this process and you do it properly, you do it right the first time, then you won't have to deal with any more of this dark in. Doesn't mean that we're never going to have to do it again, because Scorpio comes around every year. But make it a priority to do that. Get deep with yourself. Go deep with yourself. And know that the more work you put in there and the more you go within, you know, the less you're going to have to deal with it post Scorpio season. So make that a priority, guys. But yeah, that's the kind of thing that's going on. I don't know if you guys can hear the rain, but it's like beautifully coming in right now, and I'm like, I love the rain. It's like my favorite thing in the world. I always feel like change is coming. Like, if you, so I studied film when I was younger, and they always said, like, you know, if you ever want to kind of put in subtle hints of like there's change on the way, sort of thing, it's when the rain is coming in, and they often like to reflect on like seeing the rain. Here's the rain. This is the point of change. This is where everything changes, sort of thing. It's like the storm before the sunshine kind of deal. So I think I love that. I think that's kind of a really perfect analogy for what we're going on right now. This is the storm before the sunshine. This is this is the last bit where the bud is closed before it can open into a flower, or before it becomes a butterfly, or, you know, this is the last bit where you are held tight in your cocoon, sort of deal. So when you're ready to, like, you can break free of that and move through it all, and you know, but just hold tight, okay? Like, we're almost there. We have to go through this. This is important. This is the important part of our story. Okay, well, let's get into the weekly oracle. And I just need to have some coffee because my brain is like super tired. This week, it's been amazing, like how much like shadow they've made us do. We've been in every Scorpio season at this time of year. We've ended up in the emergency room with both my kids. Like last year it was Orion. He split his eyebrow open. Last night we were in emergency with Orion again, and he had an asthma attack, and 2 days before that Aris like almost broke his toe. But before I move in, I just want to say to my to my incredible about to be 3-year-old, happy birthday for Monday. And I am so excited that you are, you know, becoming 3 and you've got your attitude in and you're showing me everything like a Scorpio Sag really is, and you're teaching me so much. I'm so grateful. So happy birthday, Ori, and I love you very, very much. So happy birthday for Monday. All right, so what I'm going to do now, let's pull out the cards. And so we got these ones, and we're going to do a dual deck reading, and then afterwards we're going to pull the inspiration. And if you can see, this is like my favorite mug. It's got all these photos of Orion and Ash as they were like, as he's been growing up. So it's like, this was his Father's Day mug, his first Father's Day, but these are my boys. Oh, this is Ori growing up with his dad. I love it. It's my favorite mug. And by the way, didn't realize until my recent pregnancy how good cinnamon is in coffee. Like, amazing. Okay, let's do it. Let's pull the cards. All right. Okay, guidance for November 20th, 2017, a week of, so let's go. Well, the fact that these cards are like, let's talk. Oh, I love that. I love that. All right. Okay. Yep. Feeling all of that, totally. All right, and let's pull the cards from the Light Language Oracle. Well, it's throwing itself out there. That's an interesting mix we've got going on there. All right. Okay, yeah, I see that. I see that. All right. So we have, at the beginning of the week, we have the return of Aphrodite and Techno. And these are not similar energies. Like these are not similar energies. So I'm gonna like have to really have a good listen here as to what they're bringing through. So we've got Return of Aphrodite, which is temple, birth of the goddess, guidance, goddess energy, and treating it as sacred. So this is, I think, this is our return of the divine feminine, and the birth of that divine feminine energy. And I feel like perhaps maybe this is where she really skyrockets. Okay, so there it is. It clicked in. All right. So the feminine energy and technology, all right? So this is about the birth of the divine feminine using technology and using it to support them and expand into who, you know, like to reach more and to grow and evolve. Because the thing is about technology, it allows us to operate from a space of stillness where we don't have to be showing up 9 to 5. We can record things and then put them up later and then have our time of stillness and have that time of rest. It gives us this real ability to have balance. Looking at this one, this says to me, this is like, these are like, it feels like this real surreal feeling of peace around the divine feminine, this real peace-like feeling. I look at the dolphins, I'm like, this is like intelligence. So this is divine feminine intelligence coming through in our technology system. Techno is an organic android. So what organic android means is that it's about us having technology that is based or connected or made from organic materials. So rather than creating stuff that has to be that is non-reusable or isn't sustainable, this is about creating sustainable organic technologies. So perhaps maybe it's time for you to look at how you use your technology. So this, like, I'm trying to work out how to do it like from big collective energy down into like a thing that you can relate to in your personal life. So from a personal perspective, this is about you perhaps maybe choosing something that is more sustainable in your technology, or maybe it's about you looking at how you use your technology in relation to, you know, maybe you need less time on technology, but learning how to work with it rather than letting it kind of drain you dry kind of thing, which is whenever Aphrodite comes up, this is a real connection to like self-love and self-respect as well. With Aphrodite though, the thing is that she's been coming up actually all week for me. So I think her energy is really, really building. So Aphrodite, Venus, same kind of deal. And what I've had is a massive craving for vanilla for a week. And I looked up the connections through, you know, the symbolism of vanilla and how it's used in magic, and how it's used in, you know, potions and what it is actually, so it's a direct connection to Venus and to her energy, to love. So this is also about, you know, connecting in with love. But this is really about, you know, that energy is like if you put some, you put a vanilla bean into sugar. So like one vanilla bean into a pot of sugar, it like kind of infuses it. But whenever you put it, it's like putting a scoop of love into your tea or your coffee sort of deal. So, but working with, if you want to work with Venus this week, I encourage you to like infuse some vanilla into your life, which is a perfect little herb for that. But I feel like this is like the sun is coming out, like the sun is, you know, this is where it starts to feel better, and we start to feel this this connection, and maybe even this revolution on an online sense even. So like in the past, it's like, I don't know if you've felt this, but it's like this last month, technology and being online has felt so overwhelming. The second you're on there, it's like you're bombarded with all this information. And granted, these people are doing amazing, incredible things, but it's like, oh, this is so overwhelming, I cannot even deal. So this could be about seeing a cycle in your technology and working with that. Okay, so let's move on from that. But this is also a number, there's a number 13 there, which is a very, very powerful number. So I expect this week will be quite powerful and potent. Okay, so we've got the second card is air. So this is middle of the week. This is Wednesday, Thursday. And then we've got Nut, which is the star goddess. And yesterday I was watching an unboxing of, and I can't remember one of the ladies, the name of the channel, but I've been digging her channel lately. So she did an unboxing of the moon box from, I can't remember whose moon box it is. But she did this unboxing, and one of the goddesses that was in there was Nut. And so she's the star goddess, or the goddess of the sky. And I love the fact that they've kind of come together, because these are both like sky element energy. So it's very high frequency, high galactic frequency. I love that matches my Lemurian high priestess behind me. So this is about deep breathing, entering into life, exchanging life-bringing energies. So this is like a deep connection. This could be also that romance is like picking up in the middle of the week. You might feel this like real draw to connect with your partner or your lover, and to really, you know, enter into that kind of divine union frequency. But this is about puzzle pieces coming together. Like this is like air comes and connects with the mind. So this is about like knowledge coming in, and the puzzle pieces starting to come in. And it feels to me like, you know, it's this breath of fresh air. Like finally, there's that idea that I've been waiting for. There's that inspiration I've been waiting for. Ooh, there's that, you know, that's the puzzle piece that I've been missing, that link that I've been missing to get me from A to B. It's like, here's the bridging point. Here is the bridge, right? So, but there is a stillness in this. We still have that stillness energy, that it's this non-active energy. We're not ready to take action yet, okay? Don't take the action just yet. This is about receiving, sitting still, receiving, divine feminine receiving energy, right? But this is like allowing the thought process to open up. And the best way to do is that, like, just keep decluttering that mind. Keep letting go of stuff that is not supporting you. Let go of the negative thoughts. And it's time to move out of this negative thought process, this negative, you know, negative mind space, so that the stuff can come in. So go and take some time. Maybe go for a walk under the stars. That would be amazing. To do that, like go for a walk under the stars, allow maybe allow it to bring some sort of unique perspective for you, right? But this could also signal to me that there's a big shift in the planets midweek. So I would say maybe that's when we're moving into Sagittarius. I think maybe we've got like another big planetary shift there. I don't know my planets very well. I like know the real basics. So, but if you're an astrologer and you're watching this and you want to like put down below what shift we've got there, you know, on Wednesday and Thursday, so that would be the 23rd and 24th of November. That's when I'm saying, like, that's when I'm feeling that we've got a big planetary or star-based shift, and I'm hearing they're saying like it is the Orion. It's around the Orion energy as well. So we've got this like maybe something to do with Sirius moving. Not sure. We'll see. We'll see what comes up. I'll have to come back here, and if I find out about it, I will put it below and be like, hey, this is what happened. Or I'll update you next week on Friday. Okay. So at the end of the week, we've got two things. And normally I don't like to read cards, oracle cards, reversed. However, this deck does have reversed meanings. So we've got the energy field adjustment, but so that's the upright, and so it's reversed. This is about aura cleansing and health. And then we've got, and I love this because it goes really connected together. It's this that watery element I was talking about. So this is the empath card, and this is empathy, emotional flow, and emotional healing. And I actually really love Lily Mills that did the digital artwork, because she turned my originals into the artwork. The way that she translated my picture. One day I'll like actually be here. I'll bring my artwork out and I'll show you guys through the artwork and through to this stage. But this is like just the most beautiful version of what I had actually drawn, which was in watercolors as well. And she just really translated emotions beautifully. It's a hard task to do. So it was really beautiful. So oh my God, I just realized something. There's goldfish in this. I must like look up the meaning of goldfish. But I had a goldfish. I looked in my cinnamon today, and it was like this goldfish like shape came up, and it was like swimming around in a circle. And it's like the exact same goldfish as there are in this. Okay, so I love synchronicities. So this is telling me that there is a real need. So if you're feeling an over emotional state, like you're feeling extremely emotional on the weekend, they're suggesting that it is time for you to do a real energetic cleanse. This is about you. Maybe you haven't made that a priority in the past, or maybe you have, but you've maybe gotten a bit slack on it. They're saying, look, this is where your auric field needs some serious repair. So it's time to take time to really clear and cleanse your auric field. And if you're watching this now, like I'll do that in a second for us. We'll do like a little one together. This is about us like clearing and cleansing the auric field and bringing some real balance, because when our auric field has got holes in it, this is like the Earth's ozone layer having holes in it. Like the sun rays come through, and that's when you get burnt, right? Like, so this is about an energetic overload, and that you need some serious work and healing on your auric field in particular. This is also about your auric health. So this is about how you protect your boundaries. So finding your own boundaries. Maybe you're feeling extremely vulnerable in yourself right now. So this is about you putting up some healthy boundaries and going, well, this is what is acceptable. This is what's not acceptable. This is what I'm, and also around your health, like, maybe you're watching too much TV. So this is about you setting your own boundaries, going, no, that's enough. I'm not watching that much TV anymore. This is when I'm going to allow myself some TV time. But for the rest of it, because like if you're watching TV or if you're on Facebook, anything, we forget that, like, because we're not there in physical reality, that we think, oh, well, that's not really a I don't have to worry about it because I'm not there in person. Well, actually, that link is made the second you get online. The second that you get online, that link is made, and you had that connection, and your auric field goes down. Your energy will feel low. I don't know if you've ever noticed, you've been on Facebook for like an hour and you've been scrolling, and then suddenly you're like, oh my God, I'm like exhausted. Well, I've done nothing, but I feel exhausted. No, because you've been reading people's stuff. It's like sitting down and having a D&M with 10 people or 20 people, and you've like taken on all that stuff, and your energetic field is just already flat. So like if you're on Facebook, when you get off of Facebook, like go get yourself some smudge stick and like sage yourself. Like, create that protection layer or clearing layer, and bring that that protection layer back, and give yourself that love that you need, because that's a self-love thing. That's a self-love, self-protection thing. Your auric field is your #1 defense. So like make it a good one. All right, so that's the end of the week. So we've got the overall energies for the week. We've got the portal. All right, the portal, and we've got thistle. So the portal is about time traveler, parallel universes, and deja vu. So this week, if you're getting deja vu feelings, or feeling like I've been this before, I've seen this before, or your dreams are like, coming real, like coming to life, or you just like, and even if you've done something and then it happens again in your dream, like see that as a, a little bit of a sign. They say like when you are sleeping, sometimes you see a different reality of yourself, a different timeline that's happening. But this week we've got a major portal happening. So I would say that maybe that's around the middle of the week. But we have a major portal coming through and a major shift for us coming through. So, but this is really cool. This is Thistle. So Thistle is a teacher. She's about teaching us to connect with the earth, to connect with energies. It's knowing that this week either you are going to be a teacher or you're going to learn from your teachers, or your from a teacher, from somebody who knows more than you. So to be open to that and to allow. And whenever today I'm looking at her going, yeah, she's really talking. Like, to me, it feels like she's really having that conversation. So to me, it's like, take time to listen, allow conversations to open up, and allow learning experiences to come along. And I'm looking at my cup right now, and there's a horse in there. So I feel like perhaps maybe this week it'll surprise you at how quickly it's gonna go and how fast we're gonna move through it. So, but it is this real water kind of feeling as we process through. It's this real, even though we're going to be going into a fire sign, this process is like this final bit of watery like stuff that we have to deal with. So, so yeah, we're gonna go through that. All right, so let's go with this. This is the Angel Inspiration deck, and I love it. That's Archangel Gabriel, and she's also in the Conscious Spirit Oracle, which I love. That's like up there in my favorite decks. So, and then I'll put these ones out as well. So we'll pull an overall one from the inspiration cards as well. All right. So what I want you to do now is to pick a card. All right. Just before I do that, angels of light, please go and clear and cleanse our auric fields and the earth's auric field. Take a nice deep breath in and allow it to wash over you as you breathe out. And in and out. And in and out. Okay, and so it is. All right, so like what I would like you to do now is to pick a card, 1, 2, or 3, and I'll pull an inspiration card for you. So I think I'm going to go with 3. I think that'll be mine this week. Okay, so 1, 2, and 3. I like this. I like these. Actually, I think these work better this way than an actual like reading. Cool. All right. So number 1's just kind of cool. It's an 11 card, which is about a higher, like evolving. So this is about being tolerant. Okay. So your inspiration for this week is when your buttons are being pushed, be tolerant. When you are dealing with stuff, be tolerant. I think when I look at this, it's like, actually, I feel like it's bigger than that. It's like move beyond the, I guess, the beliefs that maybe you've had before. So this is like being tolerant of and open to other races, genders, yeah, like just being tolerant and open. I don't like the word tolerant. I actually really don't like that word. I think be open to all different versions of people and all different versions and different versions of being. So even though we're angels today, in our deck, we've got mermaids, we've got fairies, we've got androids, we've got beliefs. It could even be religious, like people, people who are flat earthers, or people who are, that do believe in astrology, or people who are Buddhist, or it's like overcoming and not judging people around their beliefs or their behaviors, or what they've been born with and what they've come up with. All right, so I'm going to just read the little bit of wisdom in here, because like I don't really have much like connection with this before, so I like this. It's got I like an angel asks and tell yourself. So we've got, do you have a tendency to react rather than respond positively in situations? Do you engage with people and situations from a positive or judgment, a position of judgment or tolerance? Tell yourself, I respond appropriately with all situations and people in my life, bringing about positive outcomes. I release all negative emotions and beliefs in order to deal with a situation and people in a positive manner. All right. So then we've got number 2 we have trust the flow. And I know this is going quite long, and I appreciate you guys that are sticking with me. And I know that I go like long when I'm like working with spirit for a long time. I get really itchy nose. Okay, so we got 18. Trust the flow. And I think that is so like, and I love that there's a little portal there as well. So this is about like just trusting that the universe has got you right now, like regardless of where you're at or what's going on, just trust that there is a flow happening regardless of what it looks like externally, that internally you've shifted. So the external is just catching up, all right? So 18th, we've got divine plan, life purpose, and spiritual evolution. The angel is Micah, angel of the divine plan. Do you feel that there's no purpose in your life? Do you believe that you are not important or unable to serve a higher good? So these are the questions to ask yourself. Tell yourself, I accept and trust divine plan in my life. I follow my life purpose with faith and confidence. So I like that. I love it. It's just just having faith this week and allowing the flow to happen regardless of what you think or feel, and let go of any judgments around yourself, because that's not going to be supportive to you either. Okay, so number 37. All right, we've got friendship. And I like this. It's got this reflection and this mirror energy, and the full moon as well. Yeah. Okay, so this says friendship, relationships, love, and connectedness. And it's the angel Haniel and the angel of harmonious love. So the questions to ask yourself, and this is like, this could be perhaps maybe your friendships are reflecting things within yourself, and all your relationships are reflecting a version of self or lessons for you to look upon. The other thing it could be is it's time to connect with your friends this week and to get out of the house and to have that, to know that your friends are there for you and they want to be there for you and they're listening to you. So the questions here are, do you nurture and support loving friendships? So are you being supportive and nurturing in the relationship that you're in, or the friendship relationship that you're in? Are you being there for them? Are you being a good friend? Do you build relationships simply to gain something in return? So asking yourself, is this a mutual thing, or are you doing this out of wanting something from someone else, or are you genuinely giving back into that relationship? So this is, tell yourself, I have loving, supportive friendships that bring joy and love into my life. I recognize myself as a true loving friend who always is there for support through life's challenges. There you go. All right, so let's pull the inspiration card for the week, and then I'm going to wrap it up. But I've also got a little bit of news for you all, which I'm pretty excited about. So, all right. So inspiration for the week. And these two kind of popped up together, so we'll go with those both. All right. I like this. And that's kind of like aligned. This is so aligned. This is the first one. So be a breath of fresh air, which is completely aligned with the middle of this week, the air element. So this is like saying like, just be a breath of fresh air for other people. But this is also about you like really, I feel like this is more about like just taking a deep breath. Like, even though it's like you could be a fresh, like, you could, be the positive one when everyone's being negative, but I feel like this is more about you just being and being still and breathing deep and having that time to just allow everything to leave your mind and allow, to me, it's like letting go of the stress and letting go of the worry. It's like taking that deep breath so that, yeah, be that positive thing when people need it, right? And then this one is show up for your desires. So if there's something that you want in life right now, even though you might not feel motivated, even if you're feeling emotionally run down, even if you're feeling sick right now, if you're feeling like you can't do it, show up for it. Even if it is just sitting down and writing down your ideas, even if it is just journaling, and just like take like 5 minutes a day to just journal your ideas, or you know, whatever your desire is. Maybe it's like, oh, you want to be a millionaire one day. Well, if you aren't showing up for your money, then your money's not going to show up for you. Or like maybe you want to have this like incredible true love relationship. Well, then you need to show up for yourself in a way that is like true love. So once you operate in a space of loving self and loving, divine loving yourself, then if you're waiting for the one, you know, then they can come in then. It's like, you've got to show up for you, and don't worry about them. They'll show up in their divine timing when they need to be there, when they're ready also. So, yeah, it's like show up for your desires. So how can you show it? Like take time to like think about that. It's like, you know, how can you show up for your desires, even if it is only 5 minutes a day? You know, if it's your desire though, like, man, go the whole hour, go the whole day, like, you know, whatever you can do it, right? But yeah, so that's the energy of the week, guys. Like that's what we've got coming for us. And you know, this is a prescription kind of deal. It's not, you know, I don't like to really predict. I like to just go, this is kind of what I'm feeling, this is how it's kind of going to go, but we'll see how it goes, and we're going to reflect upon it each week. We're going to reflect upon it in the first bit of the week, and then we'll the reading next time, and we'll come back on it. So guys, I have some exciting news. I am doing a flash sale, and so if you want to get in on the flash sale, there'll be a link below, which is a PayPal me link, and so you can pay through PayPal. If you know me and you're local to me, or you're from Australia, then you can pay via bank transfer. So just let me know if you're interested. So you can send me an email and be like, hey, hit me up, I want a reading. But I'm doing a reading special. So, and I don't do these very often. These are really special when I do them. So this one is in celebration of Orion's birthday. So these are pre-recorded MP3, MP4 kind of readings, and so I'll send them to you via email. You can pick either a 20-minute one or a 40-minute one, and they are like, my readings are normally $180 for an hour. So these are $50 for a 20-minute one, or I'm doing $88 for the 40-minute one. So if you're interested and you'd like to get on that flash sale, and these, you know, I don't do these very often, they're pretty rare. So if you want to do that, then I'll have a link below. It's a PayPal me link. Put your name down, put your email down, and you can pay straight through there, and you can pick either the $40 one or the $88 one. And so that will get you your special, and I'll send you the email one, and I'll try and get it back to everyone like within the week. So I'm only holding it for 1 week. So from the 20th of November, that's his birthday. So I'm going to hold it from today. So as of the day that this is uploaded, which is the 17th of the 11th, 17, until next Friday, which I cannot remember the date, but, you know, I'll tell you when it ends. So as of next week's weekly oracle, that's when it'll end, but it's 1 week only. And this is a special just for Orion's birthday. I'm probably going to go towards buying his like birthday present. So so it's just for him. But yeah, if you want to get in on that, please, yeah, click the link below, and you'll be able to get in on that. So I'll have to, like, once I finish here, I'll go and put the link in there. But yeah, thanks for joining me this week, guys. I really appreciate you being here with me live, and those of you that are watching this on the replay, thank you, thank you. If you have enjoyed today's reading and you enjoyed what you've learned, please subscribe below. I really appreciate that, and share this video. Also, if you're interested in an email reading, or a one-on-one session, feel free to send me an email. The email is below. Or if you'd like to commission an artwork, you can do that as well. So just contact me at through mamaheartspace@gmail.com, and you can get some of my original art, like this one here, which is the Lemurian High Priestess. And yeah, you can watch me on Facebook and on Instagram, and that's where I post updates as I'm painting them, and as they're going through, so you can watch them come to life. And yeah, so thanks guys for joining me, and I will see you all next Friday. Bye.